Dominique again, and I'm here with Dasha Kelly Hamilton. Did I say your name correct?
That's right.
All right, awesome. And we're gonna do a few interview questions, and hopefully this be for the website, and hope you can, illuminate us about who is Dasha.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. So my first question is, all right, so with your writing, you often explore themes and genres and whatnot. So, what draws you to any subject of how you write, and how is it your personal experiences portray of it for us?
In my fiction world, I think my brain is organized in poetry, fiction, and nonfiction.
Okay.
And the fiction side of my world, the narratives all have some component of mental wellness. So it's finding a way to tell that human story of a mental life. So there's a story of someone whose mother is a depressive. There's another fiction where there's someone who's going through different experiences with multiple personalities. So it's how do we go beyond the being sensational about mental health and mental health.
That's awesome. All right. I really like that because, at least for me, in my personal experience, and just dealing with mental health in general, I think it's also like a pretty big issue in American society. The lack of it. So I'm glad that you experimenting with it and expressing it, because I think those are very important in our society right now. So got a fun question for you.
Okay.
So let me see which one. And how do you overcome creative blocks? Any usual tricks or rituals?
This is one of my favorite questions when my classes ask about writer's block. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing. Now, absolutely, you cannot maybe write that thing, and it's frustrating, the character's not behaving, or you're not getting the words quite right. So then you go and you write something else. And that something else can be a nonsense poem. It can literally be a grocery list. It might just be a response to a commercial that you heard, but you are just writing something, anything else. And what that does is it clears out the clogs in that creative piping. So then when you are ready to sit down to get back to that particular text that you really, really wanted to write, you've got some space, you've got some clarity that you can actually get back to it.
Nice. Okay, so what did she say? Writer's blocks does not exist. All right, awesome. So if you could describe your book, writing, or any of your just artistic style, what would be 3 powerful words, and what would they be and why?
I would say my artistic writing style in poetry is soulful. Another word would be journeying and accessible. So as a poet, I like to describe that I'm able to capture these human moments between glass. So it's not where you're trying to figure out what I'm talking about, but I like to be able to capture what poetry does using all those language tricks to take you to a moment, a 30-second moment that every human can relate to.
Awesome.
And then with my fiction side, I would say my descriptive words would be human, would be dynamic, and would be empathetic.
Okay, awesome.
Going back to that theme of writing about mental wellness, it's really humanizing these experiences and not giving this academic, medical, judging review of mental illnesses, but really how does that play out in a family's life, in a girlfriend's experience, in a distant father's reality? What do those stories feel like? And as storytellers, we're able to bring people to important questions by how we introduce our stories and our characters. So I believe in that a lot.
That's awesome. I really like that response, bringing the human connection behind it, because at the end of the day, behind the mental illness is a person. There's another human being. It's another life, and we all experience it to some degree. I actually don't even like the word mental health. I think it's just mental differences. And it's another health component.
Like vision, we don't talk about vision health. I mean, we do talk about vision health, but it's another part of us as human beings that if we talked about it as a health element and not focus on, like you said, the disorders, the dis anything, we only talk about the dis in mental health. And that makes it always something that has these stigmas attached to it.
Nice. All right, and maybe just a few more questions?
Sure.
If you have any do you have any recurring symbols, motifs, or images in your work, and what does it represent to you?
Oh, that's a great question. I actually had this moment with myself in recent years where I said, looking at one of my poems, Dasha, you talk about the moon a lot. The moon keeps coming up a lot. The universe comes up a lot. Stars come up a lot. And it also is aligned with my expansion. Just as grown as I am, I continue to grow and evolve. And over these years, being more attuned with celestial guidance. So even before I knew that that was something that was in me, I'm able to see this pattern over the course of my writing and poetry. And I think in fiction, a theme, shame, sex, and survival tend to come up a lot.
Oh, the basic human experience, right?
You know.
Yeah. Oh, I can totally dig it. So, all right. Just one more.
Okay.
Let's do another fun one.
Sure.
What is the most unexpected or random source of inspiration you've ever had?
A Snapple bottle.
A Snapple bottle?
A Snapple bottle. I was on a road trip with some of my students and opened a Snapple bottle, and the cap had a fact about bones. So the Snapple fact was there is a bone in your throat.
Oh.
That's what I said. So then the curious, nerdy poet, storyteller in me gets to, come on, internet, give me all your facts about this bone. And it turned into one of my most iconic poems called Bones. And there is only one bone in your throat. It's the hyoid bone. And one of the lines explains that it's the only bone in your throat. It holds the weight of your tongue, the bulk of your stories, the heft of your truth. And so just like this bone, you must speak.
Wow.
Just like this bone, your story is a prophecy. You must speak.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite poems to perform and to share with people.
Awesome.
Snapple, thanks.
All right, well, it seems like they're about to blast off, but
Yep.
Thank you for the interview.
Absolutely,
Thank you for answering questions for everybody.
Sure.
And please continue to be an awesome person.
Okay, for instance, I will.
All right.
Thank you.